The Zamboni. Hey everyone, welcome back to Soulmaker. Today's story is about winter, family, and the joy of a little imperfection. We all strive for perfection, but sometimes the most heartwarming moments come from the most unexpected places. So grab your hot cocoa, settle in, and let's journey back to a time when a backyard pond and a homemade Zamboni became a winter wonderland adventure. The Vigil Begins. December's frosty breath kissed the air, turning backyards into canvases of white. My brother Ethan and I shared a secret excitement. Our backyard pond, a summer haven filled with life, was slowly transforming into a potential skating rink. Each day after school, we'd embark on a pilgrimage, our eyes glued to the water's edge. The first sightings were like spotting a rare bird, a thin, fragile sheet of ice clinging to the edges. The vigil began. Every afternoon, we'd inch closer, testing the ice with tentative pokes. The suspense was delicious, a mix of fear and anticipation. Ice warriors. Finally, after a week, Ethan, ever the bolder one, declared victory. It's a few inches, at least. Come on out. Armed with a hockey stick like a makeshift stabilizer bar, I gingerly stepped onto the ice. The familiar crunch sent a shiver down my spine. We hopped tentatively, the ice groaning beneath our combined weight. Relief washed over me, replaced by a giddy excitement. Tomorrow, I declared, a triumphant grin plastered on my face. Tomorrow it'll be perfect. Rain's revenge. Rain, that fickle friend of winter, can be a double-edged sword for a backyard rink. It can transform a bumpy surface into a smooth paradise, or it can turn it into a teeth-chattering nightmare. This year, unfortunately, it was the latter. Millions of tiny ice crystals littered the surface, mocking our dreams of skating glory. Undeterred, we strapped on our skates and gave it a shot. The experience was less than graceful, a constant battle against the uneven terrain. But hey, we were skating. Enter Dad, the inventor. Shortly after this less than ideal christening, Ethan skated over, teeth chattering audibly. THTHTHTH is SSSSTTT inks, he stammered, collapsing beside me in a heap. We needed a savior, and who better than our dad? A man with the soul of an inventor and the heart of a magician? His solutions often resembled mad scientist experiments. A bit smoke-filled, a bit chaotic, but undeniably endearing. Creating the perfect backyard rink was his annual winter project. The rise of the Zamboni. This year, Dad's plan was different. Revolutionary, even. He emerged from the shed with a repurposed feed trough. A rusty, dented behemoth that looked more suited for a medieval torture chamber. He instructed us to gather anything flammable. Then, with a mischievous glint in his eye, he tied a rope to one end and doused the contents in lighter fluid. A match flared, igniting the makeshift contraption. We stared, bewildered, a mixture of amusement and apprehension swirling in our stomachs. His plan, unorthodox as it was, sounded promising. The determined Dad. Half an hour later, Dad, clad in his trusty mountain man jacket and a red Folgers coffee hat perched precariously on his head, grabbed the rope and took a deep breath. The Zamboni, as he affectionately called it, remained stubbornly rooted to the spot. He grunted, muttering under his breath, and proceeded to remove half the burning wood. Finally, with a mighty heave, he set off across the ice. The image of Dad trudging across the pond is forever etched in my memory. The rickety trough, spewing embers like a miniature dragon, trailed behind him. Its groans competing with the rhythmic crunch of his boots on the ice. He moved slowly, giving the Zamboni ample time to work its magic. Well, he called back. The imperfect victory. We squinted, trying to discern any difference in the ice. We desperately wanted to see a smooth, glassy path carved by the Zamboni's fiery trek. But alas, reality wasn't quite as picture-perfect. The rain-inflicted bumps and grooves were still present, though perhaps a touch shinier. We stammered a reply, unsure how to sugarcoat the truth. Dad chuckled, understanding flickering in his eyes. Not a miracle worker, I suppose. Most would abandon ship, but Dad wasn't most people. Perseverance is the real Zamboni. Don't worry, he said, surprisingly cheerful. We'll give it another go. We watched his patient persistence as the sun dipped below the horizon. By dusk, Dad called it a day. There was a lesson in his unwavering determination, the spirit of the effort, the power of perseverance. He may not have created a perfect rink, but he demonstrated something far more valuable. The next morning, a fresh snowfall had transformed the backyard. We rushed outside, stepping onto a smooth, glassy surface, a perfect rink. Maybe the Zamboni had a delayed effect, or maybe the fire and snow worked their magic. We didn't care. We laced up our skates, the sound of blades on ice the sweetest music we could imagine. So Soul Fam, what did you think? Did your family have any wacky winter traditions? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. And hey, if you'd like to hear more stories about the Inventor Dad, let me know. Until next time, keep creating your winter wonderlands, and remember, even the most imperfect efforts can lead to something truly special. See you all soon.